is talking about testing, says that everyone's going to be able to get one by June if you need it. Listen to this.
Everyone who needs a test, according to the way we're approaching the identification, isolation, contact tracing, keeping the country safe and healthy, that hopefully we should see that as we get towards the end of May, the beginning of June. That's what I'm being told by the people who are responsible for the testing. I take them for their word.
Jared, because so many people, they're saying, have had it and didn't know it, didn't have any symptoms, many of us want to take that antibody test. Is that the test he's talking about, or is he just talking about the test to determine if you have it or not?
I believe Dr. Fauci is talking about both tests, both the antibody, we're also going to have surveillance testing, we're also going to have diagnostic testing. And so Dr. Fauci and Dr. Birx gave the innovation team and Admiral Giroir goals that they'd like to see hit on testing. We've been able to, so far, exceed those goals for the month of April. We'll have almost 6 million tests in the month, which is going to be extraordinary. And we're really quite excited for what we'll be able to do in May and June and July and beyond. So what we've really done is the hardest work is really developing the test. And we needed to engage the commercial market to do that. President Trump, the vice president, did that. Now that the tests are out there, it's really about scaling supply chain, really in a historic manner and pace. So, somebody asked me why it took so long. I actually said you should look at how did we do this so quickly, and what's really happened is truly extraordinary. So we don't want to let Dr. Fauci down, and we will make sure that we get enough tests into the market so that we can responsibly test people. And again, the goal here is to get people back to work. The eternal lockdown crowd can make jokes on late night television, but the reality is that the data's on our side, and President Trump has created a pathway to safely open up our country and make sure that we can get our economy going and get America back to a place where it will be even stronger than it was before.
Jared, I hear it, and you're a guy that just wants to get things done. I know you don't want to get involved in the back and forth, but two questions keep coming up over the weekend on the Sunday shows. Number one, where's the national strategy? That's from Governor Newsom on 60 Minutes and Senator Klobuchar on one of the morning shows. And number two, if you'd answer that, and number two is, why did you guys collapse the pandemic office when you guys took over, possibly to save money? Do you want to answer both of them?
Sure. So the pandemic office, that was an NSC situation, but there's a lot of different parts of the government that are responsible for that, and all of those have been functioning. And again, we're on the other side of the medical aspect of this, and I think that we've achieved all the different milestones that are needed. So the government, federal government, rose to the challenge, and this is a great success story. And I think that that's really, what needs to be told. And in terms of the national strategy that you mentioned with Governor Newsom, look, we've been very busy doing. We released the strategy document earlier this week. It was an 8-step plan, and 7 of those steps have been completed. So you can accelerate to the levels that needed to be done. A lot of the work is the upfront work. That's all been completed. And again, we've done more tests than any other country in the world. So we've got to be doing a lot of things right.